In this video we're going to be talking about how do you tame the monkey mind and connect to your spirit or your intuition. In the last video we talked about what's blocking you from manifesting what you want. We went through the importance of clearing things that are in the light globe that are shining out creating what you don't want, and how it's important to then learn how to actually put in by talking to your spirit, having clear intention about what you do want, and then the habits, thoughts, feelings, actions to create positive thought forms and positive vibrations so that you're in a harmonic resonance with what it is you want, and it will be attracted to you in the future. So what we need to know is how do we actually start to access this other side, because there's really two sides. We've got the physical mind and we've got the spirit mind. We've also got the invisible world and the physical world. We're taking action and we're doing all these things, we're working hard, and we've got the right magazine subscriptions, and we're going to the gym, we're doing all these things, we're all doing all this stuff in the physical world. We're sending the emails, we're making the phone calls, but that's all in the physical world. What we're neglecting, a lot of us aren't tapping into this whole other side of our reality, the invisible world of reality, or the spirit world. And there is a magic there, because everything in the physical world comes from that place, from mind, from thought. And so if we can tap into that and understand that world more, and start to learn the laws, the spiritual laws that govern that reality, and learn how to apply them to our lives in a positive way, we can then start to change positively what we see showing up in our physical reality. I mean, this stuff's changed my life unbelievably, and I've seen it change so many other people's lives as well. Invitation there is to learn it, but apply it. And that's one of the main reasons I put this Living Spirit program together, is because the information is one thing, but the meditations, the healing journeys, the activities to help you apply the information is just so important. It's really where you actually see it start to come into effect. So today we wanted to talk about how do we tap into this part of ourselves, this spirit. We've got this amazing, powerful life force. The same energy exists within you and I that creates worlds, planets, trees, incredible stuff all around us in the natural world. And so how do we tap into that inner voice, that guidance, that X factor, and start to use that to direct that incredible creation energy and create what we want in our lives? It's by taming the monkey mind and connecting to your spirit. Because if we have these random thoughts going on, remember, most of us, we don't get taught how to tame the mind at school. We got taught a lot about the physical mind. We get taught how to do mathematics, and we get taught how to do science, and we get taught how to read and write. We get taught how to build blocks, and we get rewarded for those things, and we get a lot of training in that. And it's very important. Don't get me wrong, it's very important. The logical mind is an incredible gift. But we're neglecting this spirit mind, most of us anyway. And the spirit mind operates in alpha and the physical mind operates in beta. And so the opportunity is here to have a balance between the two. It's not saying that the physical mind is wrong, not at all. It's a brilliant tool. But we want it to be in balance with the intuitive mind, the spirit and the physical mind, so that the logical mind is actually acting from intuitive, heartfelt knowingness and wisdom, rather than the logical mind, which tends to go off and feed off and act from all our past programming. So if we want to tap into this intuitive, this life force energy, and we can direct it from here, the logical mind, we tell it what we want, and we tap into this part of ourselves, or what we call the knowing field, where we've got access to all the information out there. It's like a spiritual form of Google. You are a fractal of the infinite, so you've got all this unbelievable wisdom inside you. If we can tap into that, and we've all done that before, we've had those gut feelings or that knowingness that comes over, and when we've listened to it, we've worked it, going, wow, I really knew that, I felt that to be true. Imagine being able to tap into that intuitive spirit guidance with your decisions about whether you should date that person again, whether you should go into business with this person, decisions at work, with the children, raising kids, whatever it is. Imagine just being able to tap into this spirit mind, this intuition, because this is when we start to be able to direct this life force energy within us and start to have balance, and by getting them to work together. And again, there's spiritual laws that govern how this works. We need to learn what they are, and then we need the guidance to be able to apply these in our lives. It's very important to do that, because a lot of people are walking around with fears, doubts, anxieties, insecurities, and an incessant mind chatter. And you've got to remember, all of that's operating here in the light globe, and it's shining out. And you've got to ask, what are those types of things creating for you? And it's no wonder that we're not feeling calm and centered and relaxed. We need to uncover and understand the invisible world of reality, so that we can then start to work with the visible world the way we want it to be, or the metaphysical and the physical, or as it was taught to me, the spirit or the force world versus the flesh world. So again, spirit mind versus physical mind. So one of the things we need to do is we need to uncover the cause of why do we have these fears, doubts, anxieties, and where do they come from? And there's strategies to go back and look at what's caused that. Is it from what happened with my parents? Is it from being bullied at school? And start to have a think and feel about where these things come from, and start to take some awareness there. And just with your intention, just choose to let it go. Just choose to let that go and not allow it to be in your life globe anymore. Am I going to waste this precious life force energy I have in me, this pure creation energy, to keep creating that? I'm just going to say no to that. I'm going to say yes to this. And you start to decide what it is you're creating in reality. It's very important to do that. And it's not a thinking thing. You can't think your way out of this. It's a spirit mind tool. Connecting to the spirit mind and your intuition helps you go back to, it'll show you why you're feeling insecure, why you've got pain in your arm. You can tap into this spirit and tap into this intuition, this energy that's the force that's in and through all things. It's a very magical thing. And you can tap into it and get understandings, get lessons and learnings and apply them, and get intuitive guidance on what to do, actions to take, who to see, all that kind of thing. So it's a really powerful thing to be able to tap into. And it's important to learn the proven techniques to be able to connect to the spirit mind. So what are those types of things? Well, of course, it's meditation. But there are lots of different types of meditation. There's meditation that help you calm and relax, which is important. There's also meditations, or what I like to call healing journeys, that help you actually awaken dormant senses in you. I call them spirit senses. There are things like clairaudience, clairvoyance, clairsentience, and there's many others. You have senses of your spirit world. There's senses of your force body. There's the 7 physical senses. There's many senses that you can awaken that adds to your ability to sense, feel, react, to be in the right place at the right time, have synchronicity show up for you and work with you. It's like your spidey sense is on full alert, and you're able to know when things are going to happen, intuitively feel what's right for you. When you start to connect to this place and living in the alpha, this is our natural state that is such a good place to be in, and we flow in and out to make logical decisions, interact with the physical world of reality. But when we start to be able to drop into this place more often, we start to feel connected, we start to feel like we're living on purpose, calm, centered, and we start to feel like things just happen to go our way. We start to have synchronicity show up in our lives. And so it's really important to learn how to tame the monkey mind, how to connect to your intuition and to your spirit. And once you're able to connect to it, you can get guidance from it, and you can start talking to it and telling it what you want it to create for you in your light globe that's going to shine out and create it for you. And there really is some proven strategies and techniques that we have in the Living Spirit program that help you do just that. It's a very important part of the program. So I hope this has helped you understand some of the things that we might need to do to manifest and to connect to our intuition, to spirit. It's been a real pleasure sharing some of these topics with you. I'm really passionate about sharing this with people and giving them the information, but also the tools and techniques, the healing journeys, meditation, so they can apply it in their lives and understand these spiritual laws that govern our reality. They're working in your life right now. Everything, the way it is right now in your life, is because things you haven't done, and whether you're in and out of harmony with these spiritual laws, they're working right now in your life. So it makes sense to learn what they are and then how to come into harmony with them, apply them in your life to get the positive outcomes that you're seeking. So if you've got any questions, I'd love to hear from you. And thank you so much for taking the time out of your busy lives. I know we're all busy, so I really appreciate if you've watched these videos. Thank you so much for taking the time to do that. I hope it's helped you in some way. Thanks so much for listening, and I hope to connect with you sometime in the future. Take care.